Hi guys, how are you? This is SeanyMac Studios. I'm Sean.
I'm Bryan.
I'm Axity.
And we are here to do a vocal reaction to Dimash. Now, I'm not even going to attempt to say his last name.
We're just gonna appear here.
Okay,
Yes.
right.
Cool.
So, what we're going to listen to today, now I kind of have heard it before, but not in the way that you think. Okay, so Dimash had kind of a budding career. He was kind of up and coming. And then
Young.
he's very young, very young. Right, and then he got invited onto a show called I Am a Singer. 我是歌手, right?
Yeah!
我是歌手. Yeah.
我是歌手.
And this is in China, and I'm no stranger to that show because I was on 3 different seasons. I was on one as a performer. And then I was on 2 as a vocal coach.
Wow.
And so this was from season 5, and I was actually a vocal coach for Sandy Lamb, and I was literally in the dressing room next to the studio going, what is that, right? But I did not get to. I was not in the studio to see the performance, so this is really the first time that I'm seeing this.
Okay.
So okay, I guess we're gonna go for it.
Yeah, let's just
I'm
go for it.
looking forward to this.
I mean, I like all I know is that he has this amazing kind of head mix voice that is just soaring above the soprano range.
Oh yeah. You won't believe this. This is great. But again, this is my first time seeing it. So.
That's cool. Let's start. So this is Dimash's S.O.S.
Yeah, don't even translate.
Okay.
Good on you for choosing the French. Just took out the earbud Wow.
It's my range.
Yeah.
And he's a man. Wow. Beautiful.
All right.
Yeah, beautiful.
That was quite nice.
Wow. What to? Okay. As I said, I heard this from the other room, right? But really seeing this live here, or not so live, but anyway, seeing this, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. First of all, he's counted as a countertenor. And a countertenor is like between a tenor, which is the top male voice, and an alto, which is the low female voice. So it's right there in the middle, so they can kind of go back and forth. What's amazing here, now you hear me talk all the time, I'm always talking about gears in the voice, gears in the body, and gears that you need to use. And so our job as singers is to make each of these gears incredible and transition through them. But what he's done, which is amazing, is he has really cultivated one gear, which is that head voice. But not only that, he's turned it into a head voice mix, a head voice dominant mix. The reason that you're hearing such a clear, beautiful tone up there, his soft palate is so it's overextended. It's coming right into the nasal cavity. This is fantastic. I mean,
he has so much control over his voice,
tell.
And I love how he isn't. You know those singers that just like really wants to just show off their voices and try to pull their chest as high as possible and just try to yell and stuff like that. He doesn't do all that, But there is a sense of like restraint, that I think is fitting with this song.
Absolutely agree.
There's so much nuance to it. Like singers do not always just try to like pelt
Yell,
or like
yeah.
yell whatever song that you like, you know. There is a beauty in that restraint.
People sit on the edge of their chair. They want to
Yes.
hear. They want to hear
Yeah.
more. Really.
Yeah, it's also about the song's arrangement because it's the beginning only. So he is trying to hold it first, and then later on he will show you what he got. So
Wow.
I
Great.
think.
Okay.
That's cool,
Ready
that's
to get back in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Here we go.
Ce jour, fou d'une vie, avec les condescendés. Je crois dans un pays, tu es à ma force. Je sens quelque chose qui m'a dit, voilà.
Wow. Okay.
What was that?
Okay.
You see his face, like when he's singing, it's just like I mean, no tension whatsoever.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what
Okay.
you do.
Guys, this is how you sing chest voice.
Yes.
This is exactly how you sing chest
Absolutely.
voice. With that kind of chest mix, you really want to open that lid, making sure that it's not all just chest, pure chest. The reason why he could have such a good chest dominant or like a very balanced mix in that really high note at the end is because his chest voice allowed that to happen.
It has lift.
Yes,
right?
it has lift.
It has
That's
absolutely
exactly what
no
you teach
heaviness
all the
right?
time.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
very
a culprit
true.
of this for sure.
Well, I want to clarify here, just because I mean, some of you might not know what a countertenor is. Well, you do now, but
I do.
it does not mean that you only sing in your high range. It means you're capable of singing in your high range. And this second verse here was just awesome. It was an awesome sample of what he can do in his lower register. And just like Bryan said, did he let that sound fall? Did he let that sound get heavy? Did he carry that heaviness up with us? No. He had lift the
Lift it,
entire
yeah.
time, which helped him to get up
Yeah.
to his upper register. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
And then this, you guys can see that he didn't have any tension on his face or something like that. Like, people always think that when you have to belt for the high notes, you have to like squeeze your face and squeeze your
Yeah,
throat,
that's right.
everything.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
it doesn't come from that. It's actually getting power from here and also lift that soft palate up.
That's right.
So whenever you feel like the singer is like using the face to sing that, well, maybe they're doing the right job, but that doesn't completely rely on how you squeeze your face. And
Well, a lot of
squeeze
people
your
do that
throat.
wrong, right?
Yeah.
They get up there and this is
Yeah.
all connected tissue, right?
Yeah.
So when they get up there, like,
Like,
right?
like that.
It's a lot of tension.
Yeah.
Didn't see that here. This
Yeah.
was fantastic.
Wow.
Really
Yeah.
cool. Okay, let's keep going here.
Wait, I'm sorry. I gotta stop.
You
I gotta
gotta
stop
stop
it.
there.
I gotta stop.
I know what you're gonna say.
You know what I'm gonna
Yeah, I know
okay,
what you're gonna
you
say.
go first.
No, you go first.
Okay,
You go.
fine,
Okay.
fine. Okay. There's this thing where it's like, chest voice is the real register. You know, chest voice is how we should be singing all the time. That is not
not
the case
correct.
at all.
Absolutely right.
First of all, head voice, when it's trained correctly, should sound exactly like how a chest voice should sound. Second of all, you need to support your head voice as well. You know, see how much support he has gotten,
Yeah.
even with those high notes. Yeah, even with those like floaty ones, it requires a lot of support,
yeah.
a lot of just engagement in that diaphragm for it to be sustained and to
Yes.
be controlled like that.
Well, I have a lot of students, male students that come in, you know, and a lot of them want to come in to sing rock and roll and sing pop, but they have to learn how to sing a head voice. And when you first sing a head voice, it's airy, it's a lame sound, it's something that you don't want to do. But you can see here where it can benefit. Now, granted, this is more of a classical thing, but you can see how he's trained that head voice. to be a good rocker, to be a good pop star, you have to have that same kind of strength. You have to, and unfortunately, you have to start from a very low point, right? And guys always have that weak head voice, right? And so, boy, it's a real struggle to get their minds wrapped around. This is going to benefit you in the end, but you can see what happens there. Just incredible.
Yeah. I don't want people to think that he's born this way. Some people can sing really well, doesn't mean that they are talented just like that. But they practice a lot, and then they learn how to use the muscle, and then what they have to do to make the sound. So he doesn't born like immediately like that and go on the stage. He go through a lot of exercise. That's why he can do it. So I don't want you to feel like, oh my god, I can't sound like that. I can never sound like that.
You're just born with a microphone in your hand.
That's right.
And then you said this is a classical piece, right?
Well, it's classical feel. I think that it's kind of
a lower laryngeal position, you would say, lower than
because I hear that he is making the bright sound, so his soft palate actually go up really high, but not like the classical way, more pull down the larynx. So it's not like that dark or like.
Well, I'm sure that he studied this as a child. Absolutely, and that he had a great teacher or teachers that took him through that transition when his voice changed. But I don't know a lot about him, and thankfully for all of you, you always educate me about singers that I don't know about. So please sit in the comments. But I mean, I'm still blown away. Right? Shall we continue?
So cool.
Let's keep going. I have to stop there. And the reason that I'm going to stop there is because I tell all of my students this. There is so much beauty in showing a weakness in your voice. And what do I mean by that? Does that mean his voice is weak? No, he knew exactly what he was doing. But do you see how he just he puts so much emotion behind that? It becomes human. It sheds light on the human condition, which is what we're all here to do as artists. And so I loved what he did there. It was so brave. So many people are out there trying to do the exact same thing. Technically right, everything. But sometimes you just got to be human, and it sells. That was a perfect example of that.
You should feel like you're telling a story, not like completely showing you what I got, but like creating how we build up the story. So we start low, and then we have the climax part, and then you can enjoy. So that's what I think.
Yeah. So sorry to stop on that little short clip there, but I had to point out. Sorry. Here we go. Back we go. You see that? Oh, what control! My man! All right.
That's so cool. Oh, that's
Wow.
That's so cool.
Look at that. Of course the audience is going to be on their feet.
Wow.
Of course. Wow. Good for him.
Like
Can I just say, he has the best looking larynx I've ever seen. I'm not sure if you've seen, but like his neck is so long that like you're able to see his larynx, and it's so stable.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is so, even when he goes with those high notes, that larynx is like a rock. It doesn't go anywhere, and that's the stability we want as a singer, especially when he's going through that transition between that chest and that head.
Guys, you need to practice with the lower the letters exercise.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But let me say this: a warning to some of you males out there. Not all of you are countertenors.
Yes.
So as much as you would like to sing this,
Yes.
make sure you check with a vocal coach that knows
Yep.
what they're doing to see if you can do that, because you can really harm yourself if you sing this high. He, however, has that capability.
Yes.
He
Yes.
is a professional,
Yeah.
and I'm probably one of the best countertenors I've ever heard, both classical and pop. Again, we go back to that raised soft palate.
Yes.
Now, something we didn't talk about here is when you sing in this classical kind of sense, you can see how he's kind of crossing over to a pop sound.
Yeah.
Yes.
A classical soft palate is going to lift and be nice and rounded, but if you want to make it a little bit more pop, if you want to make it a little bit more bright, you have to overextend and get this up into the nasal cavity, and that's what he's done very, very well.
Yes.
And I can't take credit for this because an awesome vocal coach on YouTube, I saw this tip and I thought it was amazing. Sing as though you're singing through your hard palate. And just as if you sing through that hard palate, the roof of your mouth, that automatically pulls that soft palate up and into the nasal cavity, and it's going to get you that bright sound. Again, though, do not attempt this without the help of vocal coach.
Yes, please.
This guy is so freakishly talented. It's just amazing, you know.
Thank you so much for suggesting so many songs that you've done.
All right, and we got so many suggestions.
Yeah, this is one of them. Yeah, Dimash, Dimash.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that I get to see this. This is really cool.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much, guys.
Thank you so much, and if you like our content, please like and subscribe.
And also follow our Instagram and like our Facebook page.
Okay, we'll see you guys next video. Take care.
Bye.